Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Om Shri Saraswatye Namaha. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Shruti Smriti Puranana Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavat Pada Shankaram Loka Shankaram Samasta Jana Kalyani Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Sadgurum Brahma Vidvaram Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langhayate Girim Yatkripatamaham Vande Paramananda Madhavam Paramananda Madhavam. Hari Om. Slight volume I need more. So, the mental stuff has got a twofold function. One is called Ahankriti or Ahankara, which is the owner, the possessor, which is the doer, the enjoyer, the karta bhokta, which has, every thought should have an object, is it not? So pot thought, pot is the object. Watch thought, watch is the object. Book thought, book is the object. So what is the object of this I thought? The object of this I thought is I. So it is a thought having the I as its object. Now, thought cannot have pure I as the object. Thought cannot have pure consciousness as its object. So what is that it is having as its object? What is it is having as its object? Chichaya, reflection of consciousness. That is my apparent nature. My apparent nature, it is holding in its ambit. It's holding as its object. So this is the first aspect of the mind. And what is the second aspect of the mind? The second aspect of the mind functions as instrument for this. Whatever it wants to do, it does with the rest. Thinking, identifying with that, it becomes thinker. There is a thought through which it sees the world of objects. Then, with that, associated with that thought which sees the world of objects, it becomes perceiver. Emotions arise. Associated with it, it becomes feeler. So to become perceiver, feeler, thinker, that which becomes an instrument for it to become perceiver, feeler, thinker, is the other aspect of the mind. So one is the I thought, another is all other thoughts. So we say manas, buddhi, chitta. So this is called karana. And to differentiate it from the physical organs, to differentiate it from the sense organs, this is called antah-karana. So eka ahankriti anya antah-karana-vrittish. We have seen this. I'm just because 24 hours have gone. Right? But how does this mental stuff function? It is inert. It functions because of the reflection of consciousness. And when the reflection of consciousness falls on this mental stuff, right, it becomes invigorated. The reflection of consciousness falls on the entire mental stuff, right? Entire mental stuff. It's not just only on the Ahankara, entire mental stuff. But this Ahankara has got the special object of the I. That's the only difference. But it falls on the entire. The entire mental pool is invigorated, enlivened by this reflection of consciousness. So one should not think only Ahankara. No, the entire. That's why the entirety is illumined. Chichaya veshato buddhau bhanam. Look at the word. The entire mental stuff gets the luminosity. One captures that luminosity as the I. Another, with the help of that luminosity, functions for the I. That's the only difference. Right? So, that Ahankara, now focus on the Ahamvritti or Ahankara or Ahankriti. Focus on that. Right? That, because of this light which falls, reflection which, that consciousness which is getting reflected, becomes, inseparably mixed with that. And it becomes fully, what you call, sentient. And the body getting associated with this mind, which is already radiant because of the reflection of consciousness, and especially with the I, which is full of that radiance, the body becomes sentient. Yes, we have seen. And the body gets the I, how? The body may get the sentience because of its association with the mind, which is empowered by consciousness and made sentient. Sentiency, you can say, comes from the mind itself. There is no problem. But the I, where does it come from to the body? Because of its association with the Ahamvritti. Carefully note. Are you getting what I'm saying? Okay, so that is one aspect. Then what happens? This Ahamvritti is connected with what all? It is connected with the reflection of consciousness. It is connected with the body, and it has an assumed connection with the self. See the word assumed connection I have used. The connection with the reflection of consciousness is what? What is the term for that? Term. It is called sahaja. Why it is called sahaja? Sahayeva jayate. Sahaja. If you say natural, you will not get the point. Sahayeva jayate. Sahayeva jayate means what? It is born along with it. What is born along with it? That Ahamvritti, the very moment it arises, it is born along with the I in it. That's why it's called Ahamvritti. Other vrittis are not born along with the object. Is it not? Other vritti. Vritti means what? Thought. Other vrittis are not born along with the object. When I see this, then this object becomes part of the thought. Right? And when I don't see this, what happens to this? It disappears. But I vritti never, Aham vritti never has the I coming in and coming out. It is ever imbued with that with that I-ness. Saha eva jayate. When it is born along with that. It is not born and then has it. It is born along with it. Technically, you can speak of a gap between the thought and the thought having this object. Technically, you can speak. Of course, it is happening too fast. It's happening too fast. And therefore, we feel it is happening together. But actually, thought is there and thought takes the form of the object, and then you can say pot thought, plate thought, man thought. First thought, then pot thought. You see? Not saha eva jayate. Anantaram jayate. Whereas here how is it? Saha eva jayate. When the thought arises, then and there itself, without any time lag, it is born with the I. Right? Therefore, sahaja. Are you all comprehending clearly? Yes. But the connection with the body is not like this intrinsic. It is created. Connection of what? Connection of ahamvritti with the body. It's not inherent to that. It is facilitated. Facilitated by what? By karma. When I say karma, what karma? Prarabdha karma. Why do I say facilitated by prarabdha karma? Because when that prarabdha karma, which is supposed to give me joy and sorrow, manifests, see, when that prarabdha karma, which is supposed to give me joy and sorrow, manifests, then it is time for me to experience it. Then what happens? The sahamvritti at that time identifies with the body. At that time only, not before that. Prarabdha comes in spurts and bursts like a neutron star. Some of your examples are too complicated. Burst of energy. Like a pulsar. Pulsating star. And when the prarabdha, see, we are born with the body. Then what happens? With the body, we go through our own experiences. That prarabdha has to get washed away in a particular packet, has to get exhausted in a particular birth. Not the entire, particular packet. And when it is time for that, then what happens? Tatak. Ahamvritti contacts. Connected. Till the time, the ahamvritti is in sleep. Then when it is time, it gets connected. And then what happens? Then the experience of the waking world, joy and sorrow starts. So since this connection with the physical body is enabled by prarabdha karma. And when the prarabdha karma ceases, the connection also ceases. Karmaja. Of course, the initial body itself which comes about. I am talking within the body, this coming and going. But the very body which comes out is also caused by prarabdha karma. Without the body, how can ahamvritti connect with the body? You see? First body has to be there. Who enables the body? Not ahamvritti. Who enables the body? Prarabdha karma enables the body. Prarabdha karma enables the body, aham vritti identifies. And then we say, is it time for you? No. Another 20 days more. Take rest. Good rest you take. And then you get a phone call after 20 days. Baby. Which baby? Boy, girl. Is it not? So, karma ja, born from karma. That is sahaja. Okay, following? Next. What is the third one? The assumed connection of the aham vritti. Remember, when you say aham vritti, that is a combination of the thought and reflection of consciousness. See? And therefore, aham vritti is what? The I. Yes, I thought. Yes. But if it understands it is I thought, then no problem. But do we understand I thought as I thought, or do we understand I thought as I? That's the problem. It's very interesting. This is plate thought. Isn't it? What Swami, this is plate. No, I'm not talking of this is plate. But how do I see this? It's a plate thought. But I thought, do I see it as I thought? I thought I see it as I. This is the problem. This is called association of I thought with consciousness. See, in the rest of the thing, the association is very different. Watch very carefully. Not carefully, you know, I'm sure. In I thought, there is I. So, the connection of I thought with that I, which I, reflected I, is so intricate. You can't have I thought without I. It's just like that, so close. The embrace is so tight. You can't disassociate. You can't do anything about it. This is a functional I, not the witness I. The witness I is a very, very, what do you call? He's a gentleman. He is just soft, cool, calm. But this one is a functional one. Dancing all the while. Non-stop in business. So there's so much. Now this aham vritti with the body, here also you can't do anything about it. Why? Because it just happens, it just goes. Yes? You have no control. When the prarabdha wakes up, the aham vritti will identify with the body. And joys and sorrows will start. So here also, you have not much say. It runs in an autopilot mode. It comes, it goes. We do not know when prarabdha will wake up. Some people have got a very nice prarabdha. They sleep for 10 hours or so. Very good prarabdha. Good or bad, God knows. But the prarabdha has not woken up. Whole life goes waste. How can it be good? Alright. But the aham vritti, with that I in it, functional I in it, actually a thought, claiming itself to be the I, you can do something about it. We should solve those problems which can be solved. This is born out of ignorance. To consider the small I, the I thought, to be the actual I, to be the witness, to be the pure consciousness, is only some mistake has happened. And that's why it's called as what? Bhrantija. Sahaja, karmaja, Brantija. He calls Bhranti Janyam. Janyam just same only. Ja means Janyam only. Born out of ignorance. This is very clear for all of us? Yes. This is a very important point. What can be undone in these three? Brantija only can be undone. Not only it can be undone, it must be undone. I see when I'm walking, a car comes, very fast car comes, then goes over my shadow. Any problem? But suppose I think me to be shadow, then lots of problem. This is what is a problem. We have taken our shadow to be ourselves. So just to say I am not the shadow, then many of the problems, no, all of the problems which a shadow goes through, because only the shadow goes through the problem. This is the only thing we have to do. What we have to do? This Bhranti jam we have to cut. That's all. Then there is no issue at all. Okay. Now, let's think a little more about this ahamvritti. How do you experience this ahamvritti? In what manner you experience ahamvritti? You will find this ahamvritti has gone to sleep. Ahamvritti has gone to sleep. And then what do we say? We are sleeping. Perfect. Consciousness has not slept. What has slept? Ahamvritti has slept. Ahankara laye suptau. In supti, when Ahankara has gone to sleep, when Ahankara has merged into the causal body, laye, when it has, laya means to go to sleep. Laya means to dissolve. Where has it dissolved? In the Karana Sharira. Then what happens? Then the body. And when does the Ahankara go to sleep? When the Prarabdha Karma goes to abeyance. When Ahamvritti goes to sleep, Dehaha, the body, becomes achetanaha, becomes inert. Why does the body become achetanaha? Because the body needs the connection of this mind stuff which has been made sentient to become sentient. And the body specifically needs the I, which is pervaded with that reflection of consciousness, to get that sense of I. So the body loses its sentiency, the body loses the sense of being also the I. And this state is called as what? Deep sleep. What is in deep sleep? Ahankara is in deep sleep. When Ahankara goes to sleep, everything has gone to sleep. The entire drama is stopped. Ahankara laye suptau dehopi achetanaha. In dream what happens? This Ahankara identifies not with the gross body, but only with its functionality is only in the realm of the subtle body. Therefore, its vikasa, its expression has been halved. H-A-L-V-E-D. Ahankara vikasardha. Its full expression is identification of the body and everything. Now what happens? There's only a partial expression. Ahankara vikasardha svapne. And the full manifestation of Ahankara, where it also identifies with the gross body and functions through the gross body, is called as what? Waking state. Yes, this much is about the Ahankara. We have all seen this, but now I'm sure everybody has got all these thoughts clear. Okay, now we move forward. What we have seen, Swamiji, we have seen all these things. Swamiji. What we have seen, mind twofold, Ahankara. We have seen entire picture of Ahankara, is it not? The whole history, geography, mathematics, biology of Ahankara is over. Now he goes to the next portion, which is antah-karana. Is it not? He divided the mental stuff into two. One is aham kriti, another is antah-karana. What do you mean antah-karana? The instruments for the aham vritti to function, to express, to do that one. So that is being taken up in one verse, and that is verse number 11. Let us read.
Antah-karana-vrittish citic-cachāyaikyam āgatā vāsanāh kalpayet svapne bodhe kshair vishayān bahih antah-karana-vrittish citic-cachāyaikyam āgatā vāsanāh kalpayet svapne bodhe kshair vishayān bahih.
Antah-karana-vritti. Can you see that word? Antah-karana-vritti. What is this antah-karana-vritti? Other than ahankriti, the rest. The mental stuff is twofold. One is ahankriti, and one is the doer, and the next is the instrument for the doer. The manas, the buddhi, the chitta. Also all the emotions. So that antah-karana, and all of them are in what form? They are in the form of vritti. Vritti means what? A thought. Antah-karana-vritti, this karana, antah-karana-vrittish. Vrittish is said there. What do you mean by cha? And the antah-karana-vritti. That is the literal meaning. What do you mean and antah-karana-vritti? Like how we saw, the Ahankara has got a full manifestation in waking, a partial manifestation in dream, and no manifestation in deep sleep. In the same way, antah-karana-vritti also. It is not just the aham vritti alone which has got a full manifestation in waking state. No manifestation in deep sleep state. And partial manifestation in dream state. Not only the aham vritti, ahankriti, ahankara, but also the antah-karana-vritti. Aham vritti is one thought. Antah-karana-vritti is many thoughts. Aham vritti is one stationary thought which is the background of all other thoughts. And all other thoughts are what? Antah-karana-vritti. Both of them are in the form of vritti only. Aham vritti is also vritti. Aham kriti is also vritti. Antah-karana also is a vritti. Meaning what? The mental stuff manifesting in the form of a thought. That's why we say mind is a flow of thought. Actually, the pure mental stuff, is not something what we can experience. The pure mental stuff. The mental stuff which manifests as thought is what we experience. See, mental stuff is, suppose for example, little example I'm giving you. Clay is there. We can see clay. Yes, we can see clay. Lump of clay we can see. Can we also not see the products of clay? Pot, cup, saucer. We can see plate, we can see. But in the case of antah-karana, in the case of this mental stuff, the pure unmodified mental stuff we can't see. But when do we see? When it becomes a thought, we see. Are you getting what I'm saying? And that is why when we define mind, how do we define? We define mind based on our perception. And we say what? Mind is a flow of thoughts. But the initial stuff from which all these thoughts come, that mental stuff, that is not something which we can see, which we can experience. That basal material. But then that manifests, and it manifests and becomes vritti. We said one is aham vritti, another is antah-karana-vrittish. Here you see the word antah-karana is used in a very different sense. Usually antah-karana, what we have studied so far, manas, buddhi, chitta, ahankara. But very interestingly, the author here differentiates the two things. One is a owner, another is the one which is owned as an instrument to function. He differentiates that. It's a little more micro division. Okay? Alright. So what happens? Antah-karana-vrittish, this antah-karana-vritti also like that. Like that means what? Like the Ahankara, which has got its full manifestation, partial manifestation, and no manifestation. In the same way, this also. Not only in those ways it is similar, but also in another way also. How? Citic-cachāyaikyam āgatā. Just as how the aham vritti is empowered by the reflection of consciousness, in the same way, this also cannot function by itself. In other words, what? Even though this is owned by aham vritti, its functioning is empowered by whom? Not by aham vritti. Its functioning is empowered by the reflection of consciousness. Aham vritti may use the karana and get things done. In waking state, the aham vritti may employ a particular thought to go outside to the world of object, see the object and present the object. Yes, aham vritti is using the thought to see in the waking state. Yes, aham vritti is using, it may be using the vritti to comprehend an object, but the vritti by itself is not empowered to do its function of knowledge by the Ahankara. Who empowers it? Reflection of consciousness. How? Aikyam āgatā. You see? Aikyam āgatā means what? Can you see a thought which is inert? Many times we wonder, is it not? How can you say thoughts are inert? Thoughts are sentient. Thoughts know. Yes, you are right. Because you cannot see a not knowing thought. You see, body, we can easily know it's inert. Yes. Why? When somebody sleeps, mosquito bites, he's not knowing. We also sleep. Sometimes a lot of mosquitoes. And next day morning we get up and see the bed sheet or whatever is full of red marks. And you did not know anything. Why? I slept like a log. We say all those things. Why? We have the experience of body being inert. Inference of body being inert. And we also have the experience of body being sentient. But can you ever experience an inert thought? No. We only philosophically explain to you. Is it not? Body is made up of gross elements, pancha mahabhuta, therefore it is inert. Mind is also made up of subtle elements, it is also element, therefore it is also inert. All these things are philosophical explanation. But any one of us at any point of time has experienced an inert thought? No. We always experience only a sentient knowing thoughts. Just as how the aham-vritti is born along with the I, reflection of I. In the same way, every thought is born with sentiency. That is why it is mentioned here, citic-cachāyaikyam. Aikyam, oneness. You remember that example, taptaya pindavat, red hot iron ball? In the same way, consciousness is imbued. Or you can say, thoughts are imbued with that sentiency, born from the reflection of consciousness. So these thoughts, which are owned by aham-vritti, what do you mean, Swamiji, thoughts are owned by aham-vritti? If the good thought comes, example, a noble thought comes, the aham-vritti owns that thought and it says, I am good, I am noble. A terrible thought comes, the aham-vritti owns that thought. And then it considers itself as, I am ignoble. That is why aham-vritti is called Ahankara. What do you mean Ahankara? Karoti iti karaha. With every thought, it stamps the I. Aham karoti. The post office and all, no? The person stamp, pat. One letter, tuck. Nowadays, machine are there. Tuck, they do it. In the same way, this aham-vritti, what it does, any thought, tuck, I. And then, tuck, I. Continuous, tap, non-stop. This is all happening inside. What are you saying now? I'm listening. I'm understanding. I'm enjoying. Swamiji, don't presume too much. This is what we are saying, is it not? Who is listening? A thought going through the ear listens. Who is understanding? The thought comprehends clearly, understands. Who is enjoying? The thought which is understood creates a joy, a ripple of calmness. All thoughts, all are thoughts. But on every thought, the aham-vritti stamps. And therefore it is called aham karoti iti ahankara. Aham karoti. Thought is there, it makes the I there. It puts the I stamp there. Ahankara. So ahankara, aham-vritti, the thought, the aham-vritti is super illumined and it has become super effulgent. The mind is no less. The mind does not have an I, okay. That's the only difference between aham-vritti and antah-karana. The reflection of consciousness falls on them, is it not? What is the only difference between aham vritti and antahkarana? Both of them are sentient. But what is the difference? Aham vritti has got I. Antahkarana does not have I. But both are sentient. Citic-cachāyaikyam āgatā. Enlivened by that reflection of consciousness. All right, Swamiji, what happens you tell? Enlivened by that, it goes through the states of knowledge. What are the states of knowledge? Only two. We have three states of knowledge, three states of consciousness. One is called as waking state, another is called dream state, third is called deep sleep state. In these three, what are the three realms of knowledge? Waking and dream. Why you are not telling? I am telling. You know, is it not? Of these three states, what are the states in which you have knowledge? Waking and dream, not deep sleep. Yes? So, now remember, what did we say? Antah-karana-vrittish. That means what? This antah-karana-vritti also sleeping in deep sleep. When we say Ahankara laye suptihi, isn't that? In the same way, antah-karana-vritti laye suptihi. Antah-karana-vritti also has gone to sleep. Ahankara has gone to sleep. Antah-karana-vritti slowly go to sleep. The final fellow who goes to sleep is the aham-vritti. That fellow also sleeps. Okay, first thought which comes is aham-vritti. And when the aham-vritti comes, this fellow also starts waking up. One goes to sleep at the end. Mother of the home. Push all the children to go to sleep and finally goes to sleep. The lady of the house. And all her assistant children, servants, everybody is aham-vritti. She wakes up first. And wakes up all her children up. Oto. Some fellows don't even get up. She forces them to get up. Get up! And everybody get up. And then you have the experience of the waking and the dream state. But what is the difference between the dream or the waking and the dream state? In the dream state, this antah-karana-vritti, which has in the waking state experienced so many things, and it is all holding it in its embrace. This vritti is a store-offs of knowledge, is it not? Then this vritti, what it does in the waking state? Vāsanāh kalpayet svapne. Svapne antah-karana-vrittish, which is empowered, invigorated by consciousness, reflection of consciousness. What does it do? It projects kalpayet. What does it project? It projects vāsanāh. Vāsanāh is second case here. Object, not first case. Malaha. No? What do you say? Huh? You have studied? Malaha. Have you studied? No. Okay. It is second case. Second case, for those who know grammar. Huh? Because somebody may think it is first case also. So, antah-karana-vritti subject of the sentence. What does it do? It projects vāsanāh. It projects vāsanāh means what? It projects a world of impressions. That is called dream state. Which projects? Antah-karana-vritti projects, not Ahankara. We are now studying what is the role of antah-karana-vritti. We have already finished the study of the aham vritti. What does antah-karana-vritti do? Antah-karana-vritti, invigorated by consciousness, gets the power to do, and what does it do? It projects the world of impressions. The impressions are not coming from consciousness. The impressions are not coming from reflection of consciousness. The impressions are not coming from Ahankara. Where are the impressions coming from? The impressions are coming from this antah-karana-vritti. Where did it gain the impressions? In the waking state. And we know what kind of world we experience in dream, correct? I don't have to tell. Mostly what is suppressed by the conscious mind is projected. At the level of the conscious mind, in the waking state, we have a policeman watching over all these fellows, all these antah-karana-vritti. He polices all of them. No, don't think that. That's not good for you. That's not right. Oh, I want so much of gulab jamun. 2 you already had. I want so much of gulab jamun. I want 10 gulab jamun. And they won't give you in the dining hall. And other people are also watching you. Already you got up once and went and took a second helping. Watching. So this antah-karana-vritti, one vritti says, no, it is not that good. But this gulab jamun made, let me learn the recipe of it, and that recipe, if I learn, that should be good. All those things are happening there. And the policeman, the buddhi tells, no, not this, not that. And you are able to resolve it in the waking state. But truly you have not resolved the issue. Then what happens? Then the dream you are a shopkeeper of the gulab jamun factory. And all the gulab jamun are yours. And you eat. But the dream is a funny thing. When you are eating a gulab jamun, a crow comes and takes a gulab jamun. See, so much the combination. Fear is there, desire is there, anger is there, want is there. And suddenly out of the blue, Guruji is watching you. See, all the various chutney of the antah-karana slowly start getting their shape. Projects. And then you give that gulab jamun to your mother. She died 30 years back. See, all this. And then your enemy comes there. And you take a gulab jamun and beat him with that. All funny things happen there. That is your impressions playing havoc. And morning you get up and you start wondering, my God, what happened? And you feel so ashamed. What is this? Chi. Swamiji, okay. This whole impression world, Swamiji, where is it happening? Where? Everybody knows it is not happening outside. It is happening inside. But Swamiji, inside where? It is said that there are very, very small nadis, energy channels in the body. One of them is called a hita nadi. See, these are things which science has not still explored. Okay? These are things our rishis have discovered. Modern psychology still is in the level of REM mind, RAM mind, and all those things. So where it happens, they say, in one nadi called Hita Nadi. It is not very important for me to discuss because this is not a biology class, na? It's Vedanta only. But still, it happens in the Hita Nadi. Swamiji, where is this Hita Nadi? From Nadi is what? Nadi is a channel. The word Nadi means channel. Energy channels. See, the mind also is associated with the body. The mind withdraws in the deep sleep totally. In the waking state, what happens? The mind fully pervades the body, ahamvritti and the mind. But not totally, fully body, but still connected with the body. Energy channels. They occupy this in between, not fully gross, not totally beyond the gross, but in the in-between realms of the energy channels which pervade the body. One of them being the Hita Nadi, the antah-karana-vrittish spreads. And that's why sometimes you can wake up with lot of sweat, what they call nightmare, nightmare. Very bad dream. Then you find lot of sweat. Then if you are Vedantin, you start thinking, but in dream we don't have association with the body, Waking state, mind is associated with the body. Deep sleep state, mind is withdrawn. Then how is the effect of dream found in the body? Anybody have had this question any time? No, Swamiji. No, not at all. You have all your questions. Yes, so actually speaking, you should start wondering. Mind is withdrawn from the body. In dream, we don't have experience of body. So how is the experience of dream also reflected on the body sometimes? Because this projection of this dream is not totally distanced from the body. It happens within the body in the subtle nadi. Many nadis are there. One of the nadi is called Hita. It happens there. In some Upanishads also it comes, all this discussion happens. Which Upanishad it comes? Brihadaranyaka. Very smart you are all. Very smart. Okay. So, antah-karana-vrittish vāsanāh kalpayet. Kada? Svapne. Svapne antah-karana-vrittish vāsanāh kalpayet. Projects. Deep sleep, like the ahamvritti, antah-karana-vrittish also is dissolved. In dream state, what happens? The antah-karana-vrittish projects a world of impressions. In dream state. What about waking state? Bodhe. Bodhe. In the waking state, in the jagrata avastha, bodhe means in awareness. In awareness means what? In the waking state awareness. Because that is full, full awareness. Therefore, bodhe. What happens? Akshaihi with the senses. In dream state, there is no senses. In the dream state, everything is a projection. The experiencer is a projection, the experience is a projection, the experience is a projection, everything is vāsanāh-maya there. Whereas in waking state, it is not like that. with the senses. With the senses means what? You identify with the body. What has identified with the body? The aham vritti has identified with the body. Sense of I has gone to the body. The body is now in touch with the aham vritti and the antah-karana. The body is sentient now. Sentiency, yes, with the connection with the mind. But the sense of I, how it has come? Because of connection with aham vritti, it has come. Then with the senses, the aham, the antah-karana-vritti, the antah-karana-vritti, what does it do? Through the senses. That is the definition of waking state. What is the difference between waking state and dream state? Only one difference. Many differences are there, okay, but one cardinal difference is there. And what is that? In waking state, the antah-karana-vritti utilizes the senses. In the dream state, the antah-karana-vritti is there, but without utilizing the senses, it perceives a world of created vāsanāmaya prapancha, vāsanāmaya world. But in waking state, not vāsanāmaya. Akshaihi, aksha means I. I does not mean only I. Akshaihi, plural is there. Aksha means actually opening. Opening, aksha. Eye opens to the world. Ears open to the world. Navadvarapura, they call. So, through these orifices, through these openings, through these sense channels, what does it do? Bahih vishayān. Bahih outside. This is the internal world of imagination projection. This is what? Outside. Bahih vishayān. Various objects which are there. Not vāsanāmaya, not created by the mind, but Ishvara created. Dream is called Jiva Srishti. Jiva Srishti, the individual projection, individual creation. But there is already an outside world. Ishvara Srishti. That world, Bahihi, Akshaihi, Vishayān, objects. But here also it does the kalpana. Kalpayet. That word kalpayet should go both places. Both places means what? It should go also antah-karana-vrittish, svapne antah-karana-vrittish, vāsanāh kalpayet. Sentence 1. Of course, citic-cachāyaikyam āgatā antah-karana-vrittish. Like that. Sentence 1. Sentence 2. Antah-karana-vrittish. Waking state. In the waking, bodhe. In the waking state. Swapne is over. Bodhe. In the waking state. Antah-karana-vrittish. Antah-karana-vritti, you know. What kind of antah-karana-vritti? Citic-cachāyaikyam āgatā, which is empowered by the reflection of consciousness. That antah-karana-vritti, bodhe, in the waking state, what does it do? Akshaihi, through the senses. Bahihi, outside. Vishayān, objects. Kalpayet. Kalpayet means what? Outside world of objects is there. Kalpayet means what? There it imagines. Swamiji, what does it imagine in the outside world? It imagines the world of objects to be either enjoyable, sorrowful, good, bad, likable, dislikable, disregardable, non-disregardable, lovable, hateable, friend, enemy. And makes a mess of one's life. This is also Jiva Srishti. Bahihi, it is there. The fact of there being externality, it is there. But kalpayet. Projects this bhogyatva. In Sanskrit we say bhogyatva. Bhogyatva means in this kind of manner, likable, dislikable, enjoyable, hateable, this will cause suffering, etc., etc., imagines. Swamiji, what is this Swamiji? That person is a terrible fellow. Is it dislikable? Is a fact. What you say, imagines. No. Not true. There's nobody likable or hateable. No, Swamiji. That person everybody hates. No. His dog loves him. Dog. Do you like cats? They can make cat also baby. How are you? Sleep well, sleep well. Somebody. You see? Do you like tea or coffee? Anything. There is something about it. Anything. Look at the, do you know him? I don't know him, but he's a rascal. Anything you see, there's a projection on it. Do you like it? Sometimes I don't care about it. Projection. Projection. You have an opinion about everything. Yes or no? Yes. That's why we are all sarvagnyas. Anything we have something to say about it. If you do not know something, you will say it is a useless thing to know. Yes? And if you love it, you say, wow, how nice. This antah-karana-vrittish does. Okay. See analysis. Swamiji, now don't glorify Vedanta. Proceed forward. Yes. It is actually so beautiful. Crystal clear. If only we understand what is happening. Remember, this is not philosophy. This is actual happening. Explained in concrete terms for us to comprehend clearly. What is happening is being stated here. Nothing is anything till now we have seen which is some imaginary, some speculative. No. This is how it is. Okay, shall we read? Together. Antah-karana-vrittish citic-cachāyaikyam. Citic-cachāya. Okay. Please read. Chiti, chit is same. Chit, chiti, same. Antah-karana-vrittish citic-cachāyaikyam āgatā. vāsanāh kalpayet svapne
bodhe kshair vishayān bahih.
All right. Then what? Swamiji, question. What question? You started, who experiences samsara? You remember? Where? After Sakshi topic got over, the first 5 verses, right? Got over. We ask the question, who experiences waking, dream, deep state, samsara, etc.? Now that is now being answered. Okay? After building up the topic, so much of inputs was required to help us comprehend the answer to this question. What is going through samsara? Going through the experiences of waking, dream, deep sleep. Now, while living, this is samsara. Going through the experience of waking, dream and deep sleep, and going through the ups and downs of these experiences. Swamiji, Deep sleep, there is no ups and downs, Swamiji. Waking, there is ups and downs. Dream, there is ups and downs. Deep sleep, no ups and downs. No, deep sleep also is part of an experience about which we have a great happiness. Because there is no sorrow, we say there is no samsara in deep sleep. Oh, there to ठीक है. Lekin if you put your microscope and look what? Everywhere you have joy and sorrow is samsara. But sorrow samsara is not there in deep sleep. Yes or no? Joy samsara is there. If we define samsara as sorrow, then there is no samsara in deep sleep. If you define samsara as joy and sorrow, but Swamiji, we don't have to be so microscopic in our analysis. There is no samsara in deep sleep. If samsara will take us up and down, only in waking and dream. Yes. But waking, dream, deep sleep, all are experiences of samsara for the individual. So that is while we are having a body. Now there is another samsara also. And what is that samsara? That is taking birth after birth. This continuous samyak saranam is called samsara. Sometimes people ask, Swamiji, can you please translate the word samsara? Very difficult. Very difficult. But Swamiji, what about the word transmigration? Is it samsara? Yes, that is samsara. But that doesn't cover everything of samsara. Why? Samsara is not just transmigration. Samsara is going ups and downs while living also. Not just birth and death. But Swamiji, still try a bit, no? How do you translate? Ceaseless motion. Ceaseless travel. Never-ending going. Anybody likes all these kind of things? Yes? I don't like, Baba. I don't like. Some people like to travel, but they don't want it to be ceaseless. Even when you are going somewhere to take a holiday, night you want to rest. Nobody wants never-ending things, except bliss. All other things we want to end, including Vedanta class. We want to end. So what is samsara? Ceaseless going, never-ending travel, non-stop, tiring. Like going to school, that school. Thank God it got over when we are young. Nobody can go to school now. Sure. When we did not know much of life, they made us go to school. Thank you. How many things you studied? One class after another. First class, mathematics. Second class, English. Third class, science. Fourth class, social studies. Fifth class, games. And that games will be taken over by mathematics teacher. You're sitting in the class, one teacher comes. Homework, take, no. Go. Another teacher. And in between 2 minutes, we have talk and we talk. Don't talk. Samsara hai. If you just think about the terribleness of life, we are not given attention to it. We are not given attention. If somebody asks me to go to school now, I will never go. And you have to memorize horrible things you have to do. Write test. Oh. But you all don't feel like that, I know. You're all very smart and very... Only the best period of my life is school. Ask all teachers to go to school again. They also don't want to go to school. Okay. This continuous, like that only life is going. One after another, one experience, another experience, another experience, another experience. You're whipped up. Whipped up to go to sleep also. No freedom. And woken up by prarabdha. Stula bhoga, waking state. Sukshma bhoga, dream state. Travel over travel. Samsara. This is okay, one life. Another life start again. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P. A, I, E, U, start. And then mathematics tables. And then non-understandable formulas. School. Array, school is okay. Then afterwards fall in love. Afterwards marry. Bobri. Afterwards children. My God. Afterwards make them go through the rigmarole. You are in samsara, you facilitate everybody in samsara. Who goes through this samsara? Who goes through? Guess what? That is going to be answered now. Okay? It is to explain this, the whole travel, what you have done so far. Shall we conclude? Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.